Welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We've got a new unboxing, and that's for the grand prize of Wizkids big event, Rage of the Demon, that is going on currently for their Dungeons Dragons Attack Wing. For those who don't know that game, it's a miniature game based off of the popular role-playing game Dungeons Dragons, where you build your armies with pre-painted figures, battle it out. The OP events, Rage of the Demons, that's going on, are events that go on at your local store that you go and play, and you get points and you get prizes, usually for first, second, best player, and everyone gets like a participation prize. And then there's a grand prize that try to entice you to play through every single one. This one is the Shadow Beholder. I mean, when I think of Dungeons & Dragons, I'm thinking Beholders. It's one of the most iconic creatures of the game. Awesome. So this one is a translucent, see-through figure. We're going to open it up. We're going to show off the figure itself, go over the cards. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Beholders. You've probably seen them. You're very familiar. I'm using the Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual to describe this. They've got anti-magic, they've got a bite attack, they've got ray eyes. Yeah, I mean, this is just like a crazy creature that does everything from like energy rays and sleep rays and petrification rays and disintegration rays and slowing rays, fear rays, paralyzing rays, charm rays. There's a lot of rays that it can do, and it's very eyes that are all around. I would think that we will see some biting action and hopefully some ray action. I would like to see some ray action. I think that would be really cool. First and foremost, so the last big prize they gave out was a big giant dragon from the Tyranny of Dragons storyline. This one is a pretty beefy figure of the Beholder. I mean, you can see it in my hand of how big it is compared to my head. I have a pretty huge head, just to warn you. Figure is really cool. I mean, this is... it's kind of leaked online a while ago. And people got super excited. Beholder is a figure that they've wanted in D&D Attack Wing D&D Attack Wing for such a long time. We finally get it. It's awesome that it is a prize. I'm hoping that we will see probably a regular version, not a Shadow one, as a regular figure that you can buy on the shelves. It hasn't been announced, but I'm pretty sure we can bet on it. At least I don't think it's been announced. First things first, the figure is really, really cool. Obviously, it's translucent, so the painting isn't much of a deal. But the detail is really fantastic. The scales on the skin are really, really solid. There's this huge cavernous gap for its mouth, and its teeth are actually somewhat bitey, and the spikes are sharp. You can actually hurt yourself with this thing. This is one, if you fell on it or whipped at someone, you're doing some damage. So don't throw it at your opponents out of frustration. Let's take out its cards and all that to show off what you get and see how right we are. Wow, this tape like really wants to hold on. Alright, so we've got a base card that's kind of falling apart. Pretty much everything has come off from it. It happens, not a big deal. There wasn't anything too special on it. We've got, of course, its dials on here. It's got its base here. I mean, here's a perfect example that does not have a generic. It's just Tlaxnar, whatever, is its name. It has a Enervation. That's a word? Okay, Enervation and Paralysis are the two tokens that you get with it. We're going to be looking up and challenging Enervation. I don't even know if that's a word. Alright, so you get, of course, creature cards. And all of these creature upgrade cards and some explanation stuff here. So let's go and talk about the figure itself. So, of course, the Beholder, Flight, Ground as a combination. It's really slow, as Beholders should be. It can only go up to 2. It has some issues going backwards. As long as it's going forward, it's going pretty solid. We're looking at a lot of green. We're looking at a lot of white for it. So overall, pretty good maneuvers considering. It's going to be a slow creature, basically. So Tlaxnar is 42 points, 2262. So a lot of health. Not much when it comes to attack and defense or shields. Shadow, which means whenever Talaxner's makes a ranged attack against a creature on a different play level, he may convert one blank result into one hit result. He's got 1 bite melee, level 19. Shadow rules we have here. The shadow creatures are considered to be in darkness when they're in an adventure that specifies that it is dimly lit or takes place outside at night. Shadow creatures are also considered in darkness when they are within range of the darkness spell. Each time a shadow creature defends while it is in darkness, may convert one of its generic, kits to the miss results. A shadow creature that ends a feint action in darkness does not receive an exhaustion token. So there's some bonus being in the shadow. If you play a lot of your games in the dark, well, there you go. Alright, so let's go through the actual upgrade cards to see what we have. As usual, we're going to go lowest to highest. We've got Break Resistance. It's a special action. It's got 2 choices. Discard this upgrade to target one creature in range 1 to 2 in your forward arc. Disable one upgrade of your choice on that creature. Or discard this upgrade to target one creature at range 1 to 2 in your forward arc. Discard one resistance upgrade of your choice on that creature. For 3, it's called Break Resistance. Next, we've got Enervation Ray. I don't think that's a word. You must follow the rules for I-Ray. See reference card. We will talk about that in a second. Place 2 timers on this upgrade to make a 4-dice attack against one creature at range 1 to 2 in any direction. This attack penetrates armor. If you inflict at least 1 damage against the creature, it receives the continuous effect below in addition to the damage. Continuous effect is the effect creature rolls -1 attack die and -1 defense die whenever it is in combat. Must be a beholder to equip. The range is all over. So we're looking at being able to hit wherever it looks like. So that's pretty cool. So the I-Ray says here is when a beholder wishes to initiate attack with one of its I-Rays, it must first succeed at an I-Ray attempt by rolling 3 attack dice and rolling at least one of the I symbols results. Cute. 2, if the beholder rolls no I results, then it must be attempt to initiate an attack with a different I-Ray if possible. It rolls 3 attack dice again, hoping to roll at least one of those dice. If the beholder rolls none of those results during the second I-Ray attempt, then it must attack with a third I-Ray if possible. No I-Ray attempt is required for the third I-Ray. So basically, you kind of gotta time or prioritize your attacks. Kind of really cool idea. Basically, you're going to keep on attacking until you either hit with something or just totally whiff and miss. Knowing my luck, I will probably totally miss and whiff. So let's talk about the rest of the I-Rays. Paralyzing Rays, cost of 4. You must follow the rules for I-Ray. What a shock. Place 2 timers in this upgrade to make a 2-dice attack against one creature at range 1 to 2 in any direction. This attack penetrates armor. If you inflict at least 1 damage against the creature, it sustains no damage but receives a continuous effect. The affected creature receives a Paralysis token. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. So Paralysis is, if a creature in the air receives Paralysis, it immediately lands. The creature must then roll 2 attack dice and sustain damage from all the hits and critical hits results. The creature does not roll defense dice or use armor to deflect this damage. 2, the affected creature cannot move or plan a maneuver during the planning phase. And 3, the affected creature cannot change altitude, perform actions, or attack, nor can it roll any defense dice. Alright, next ray we have Death Ray. That cost us 5. So Death Ray, follow the I-Ray rules. Shocker, see a pattern here? Attack. Place 4 timers in this upgrade to make a ranged attack against one creature at range 1 to 2 in any direction. To enter this attack, roll a number of attack dice equal to the target creature's starting health value. This attack ignores armor, must be a beholder to equip. Paralyzing Ray is also beholder. So to upgrade all 3 rays, you're looking at 13 points on top of the base 42 points for the creature. Next we have the Anti-Magic Cone. That cost is 5 with a range of 3, must be beholder to equip. Place a timer on this upgrade to force every creature in a range 3 cone, ground or air, in your forward arc to remove 1 effect token corresponding to a spell upgrade. If a creature possesses more than 1 effect corresponding to a spell upgrade, the creature chooses which effect token to remove. Afterwards, you may perform an action on your action bar as a free action. So remove tokens and get a free action is basically what it is. Kind of cool, cost 5, it'll be really interesting. So we have creatures helping themselves. Overall, I think really, really cool figure, great concept. I think it plays well with what the Beholder is. Really a great job from WizKids of embodying the beholder in the game and kind of having some of its characteristics play really, really well on the tabletop. How much people use this, who knows? The cost is pretty up there. It's as costly as a dragon, so this will be your probably big figure on there. Though they have upgraded for more points. Be interesting to see how much folks really use this. So this is the Beholder, the grand prize for the Rage of Demons organized play that's going on now in stores. Check WizKids WizKids website and their event system to find what's going on by you. So hopefully you can win it. Thanks for watching. This is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep rolling those die, beware of the Beholder, and keep it geeky.